We're coming in hot.
We haven't even drank yet. This is already
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna think that when we come in, right? It's the fumes. Yeah, I just smell hornitos and like just the stuff starts clicking. Yeah, I'm ready
right
to go.
back.
There was no pre-funk. This is
This is
the funk is about to begin.
Straight up.
This is just digital trends on a Thursday.
That's pretty much how it is. All right, have we poured it into everybody?
We have
I
it.
think we are.
Into our
fancy
of
shot
choice.
glasses that we've got. I think this is the first time we've actually opened the show with a shot. I can pretty much guarantee that.
I like that where that's headed though. This should be like an every week occurrence, or at least like this crew, you know?
Right.
Oh yeah.
How long did that
Shtick.
take? Like a year and a half
We're
almost.
episode,
at
like
least,
130?
yeah.
What episode number is this?
137.
Well, I'd say that counts as restraint.
Yeah.
Because
See, that's
you know what
There's
we've
been
won.
almost 2 years worth of
136
shows,
episodes
right?
Yeah.
that we haven't drank yet.
And there may not be 138 after this, but
All right.
nonetheless.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
Slanjava.
We're coming in live. Okay, this is going to be hard to do this right afterward. All right.
Single drop went in here.
Hornitos.
All right, that tastes like Mexico. Okay.
Come on, Greg. Come on.
The aftertaste of Mexico.
That does taste like Mexico. Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Trends with Benefits.
What is it?
This is Trends with Benefits. This is our weekly roundtable podcast where we talk about technology and everything that's going on in the news. I already have the tequila sweats happening. And we are broadcasting live right now on Facebook and YouTube. And so thank you, everybody, for joining us. We've got a ton of topics that we're going to be getting to today, discussing all kinds of things. And we want to get your opinions, your thoughts on, I forgot to get a chaser, and your thoughts on everything that we're going to be discussing. So we've got everything from talking about whether or not you would live stream your life for $200 and free internet. We're going to talk about the Super Nintendo. We've got a way to kill mosquitoes. We're going to talk about Mexico. And right off the bat, though, we have to address the fact that it is the 10th anniversary of the very first iPhone, which seems weird to me. I feel like it's been a lot longer than that since that it's been out. I feel like it came out in 2003, but it was 2007 that we got the first iPhone.
I want to know what people were doing, where they were at in their life, you know, what grade you were in or whatever.
Yeah.
10 years ago when the iPhone first came out, where were you at?
What were you doing? Yeah, that's a good question. One of the questions we put in here, too, was what features do you want to see in the new iPhone? We're going to talk about that. We actually have a pretty accurate rendering that we're going to be showing on that. But let's introduce our roundtable. I'm Greg Nibbler, and to my right.
Adrian Warner, a.k.a. Hot Nozzle.
Yes.
Oh!
She adopted it.
Yes.
Hot nozzle.
It's the best.
I have so many questions. I think I'm going to have to ask you off air, I'd imagine. That's so good. Shoot, I don't have one right now.
No,
we're going to work on this.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, I've
It's
been gone
time.
for too long.
Yeah.
My name is just plainly Rick Stella. I run the
Stella.
outdoor section here.
We'll see. Maybe somebody can come up with a nickname
Yeah.
for you. We'll see if we can come up with one.
That's a great
It just
one.
happened. It just
It
happened.
just happened. And that's how it's got to happen. It just got to happen.
Yeah.
Things happen organically.
And on the end,
Caleb Dennison, a.k.a. the Whiskey Mist, also known as the Tequila Fog.
the tequila fog.
I've got an alternate personality on
Yeah.
top of an alternate personality.
Right.
It's
The
very,
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing when the
very,
tequila comes
yeah,
out.
kind of
very
meta.
layered, very deep. It's a very deep show.
And all alcohol.
Yes,
Yeah,
and all involves
alcohol-related.
alcohol. All right, well, let's take a look at the live chat right now. So the question that we did have on there was, what features do you want to see in the new iPhone? And we're going to be discussing that here in just a second, but I can see headphone jack, regular headphone jack. I got rid of my iPhone, back to Android, easier to use. I figure we'll get a lot of those.
Yep.
I want to see it finally catch up to Samsung and Android. Paul does not want an iPhone, so there is that. Paul
He
wants to
prefers a
do that.
landline, actually. I
That's-
talked to Paul earlier today.
So a lot of questions there, and I do have to say, if you're watching live right now instead of listening to the podcast, we do have some of the original iPhones here, not the
Wow.
very original. We've got an iPhone 3 right here. That it's pretty amazing how small and just janky this thing looks.
So cute.
Yeah, it's tiny, and it's weird thinking about it. And Caleb, you were saying like where you were in 2007 when it came out. I don't even know, because I didn't pay that much attention to the iPhone back then, which is probably not the right thing to say on a tech show, but I really didn't. I wasn't that into the iPhone, and I'll be honest, I've never owned one. I've been Android the entire time. I know.
Well, I converted from an LG flip phone. You know,
Yeah.
I was 32 years old, well into the cell phone thing. I actually had one of the old school bricks, you know,
Really?
way back. Oh, yeah. But I was fresh off of cruise ships, and I was really digging on the tech, getting back
Weren't
into
we
tech.
all?
Yeah, well, some of us, But
Straight off the boat.
Straight off the boat. And no, I was finally able to use technology because when I was out there was no internet available.
Nothing.
Well, there was, but you had to pay for it. It wasn't easy to get. Roaming was
That's
a problem. You had to have like an international SIM and all this other. So I just forget it. I didn't have a phone.
Yeah.
I actually used payphones to call back home back then, and a calling card. So I was all about the tech and really excited about the iPhone 3, especially because it changed texting forever. No more like 333 22 444. To try and cycle through the letters. You remember doing that?
So I memorize.
When people would be really fast and click, 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 click.
Oh,
click,
some
click,
people
click.
I
were
could do it
just
without
mad.
looking at it because I just memorized the combination. You could just look straight forward while you were doing anything else and get perfectly.
That was
worded.
a skill back then.
Yeah.
It really
that was
was.
a tech
Right.
skill.
Yeah, but then with the iPhone, you didn't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That is a pretty
Way
big
more
difference.
spelling mistakes though. Like
Yeah.
Right.
just thumbs moving around, and it's like I didn't mean to hit L that many times, and it's like
Well-
now I mean to hit L, that I'm hitting delete.
I was just really sad to get rid of my Samsung purple flip phone that had the toxic ringtone on it.
like the 8-bit toxic ringtone.
Oh
though,
yeah,
right?
absolutely. It's just really had a hard time
It's like
letting
a sad
that go.
day. You're like, I guess I'll give this up.
Do you remember the first
Why?
time you heard like an actual song, like a clip from a song played
Yeah.
on as somebody's ringtone?
What an
yeah.
amazing
It was
thing
hilarious
that was.
for like 5 seconds, and then you did not want to ever hear
Ever
it
hear it
again.
again.
Nope.
Yeah,
I think just ringtones went that way. Like my phone's always on vibrate. I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
I ever turn it on except for maybe alarm in the morning. But
Yeah,
Vibrate
I
only.
keep mine on vibrate for most of the time. But I remember that when you could put songs on there, I was so excited about that and how cool you could be, like putting different things on there. I remember the ringback tones too. That was a huge deal.
and then when it lapsed though, and it was just like it would play you just like whatever the Beethoven clip was because like the person forgot to change it again. So
Yeah.
it's just like everyone had classical music when you called them.
Oh,
yeah.
my God, the phone had a headphone jack on it. You know,
you remember the
What?
good old
You
days?
could plug your headphones into
Wait,
it. Like,
what was that?
listen to
No, what is
music.
that?
This?
Yeah, like that.
Well, and speaking
like
of that,
I remember those.
let's take a look here. So I can't quite reach that. There's an iPhone 7 Plus. This is Dan who is producing the show. This is his iPhone 7 Plus, and we've got this here compared to this iPhone 3, and just the difference between the two of these things is
Yeah, you versus who they
crazy.
tell you not to worry about, right?
Yeah. This is. I mean, I'm terrified to hold this. I don't want to drop it. Sorry, Dan.
Right into your tequila.
Yeah, exactly. Plunk. My bad.
iPhone 7
But yeah,
is
just the
tequila
difference
proof.
between these
It
things.
is.
So this is the brand new iPhone 7 Plus, and taking a look here at what people are talking about, what they want with the iPhone 8, which we're going to talk about in a second. There's kind of a rendering that popped up of the new iPhone that's going to be coming out later this year. Let's see. Kilia says dual lens camera for 3D photo and videos. Can't wait till the iOS 11 comes out with new features. Dan, doesn't this have the iOS 11 beta? So Dan has iOS 11. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm exposing all of your secret details right there, but I'll
It was just his
not
credit
show
card
your
information.
messages, whatever's on there,
Yeah.
please. I should clarify that before I put somebody's camera.
There you
Just-
go. Check that out.
Yeah, so this is, and again, sorry if you're listening to the podcast, you'll have to go actually find this. I'm probably screwing up the camera right in focus right now, but this is what the,
Like the new
home
dashboard, right?
screen. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the dashboard for iOS 11. So when that comes out, that's what that's going to look like.
It's very widgety.
It is very
is.
widgety. Yeah, it looks kind of Windowsy to be honest. That's how I kind of see
Widgety
it.
whack, baby.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh
stop.
no, that's the tequila talking.
The
that
tequila
wasn't,
is
that wasn't
yeah,
anything.
It's making an
No,
entrance.
Number 2.
tequila fog is really
number
not that
two, yeah.
different than whiskey mist, you guys. It's pretty much the same thing. I haven't had
you guys
enough
are
to-
welcome to whatever however
Oh,
much
I-
tequila you want to
want some
drink.
more?
I'll be hitting it again. Can
We'll
I
see
just
how
say
it-
though, every time the new iPhone is announced and Apple has their event, everybody, including some Apple fans, kind of criticize them for not doing enough. Like this,
Yeah.
is this not enough advancement? It's not different enough from the last phone. And do I really want to buy it? And then you do, but
Right.
But when you take a look at it like this, and you go from the 3 to the 7 Plus, and you look at the difference there, and just beyond the physical difference, like the operational difference, that's so much faster. The camera is so much better now. They've made a lot of strides in the last 10 years, and I think they deserve a little bit of acknowledgement for really kind of evolving and doing it well. Maybe they weren't the ones pushing the envelope, but they've definitely stepped up well over the past few years.
I think people gripe just to gripe.
Yeah.
We've
Well,
talked about this
yeah.
before in the show that each new iteration of their iPhone, they smash the previous record of pre-orders.
Yeah.
So
That's
there's obviously
true.
people that are getting it. People were up in arms about the lack of a headphone jack, and the 7 was just like flew off the shelves. And then the each one after that, they're able to just pre-order like crazy, even though people will, not like it or say that they're like not into getting a new one.
Yeah, I mean, well, and there's people that are just iPhone haters. If I'm Android, I hate it. I hate iPhone or something like that, which is not me. I think an iPhone's great. I'm just used to my Android phones, and I like LG's line of phones. That's what it ends up being.
That's fine.
This is what I like.
You know what? That's okay.
So, yeah,
there's enough room in
that's
this world
okay.
for everybody.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Tim Cook is a friend of the show. Obviously, maybe he'll send you one. Yeah, he listens every week.
That's right. Hey, Tim Cook, I should use an LG. That'd be awesome. I would happily show that on the show.
Right.
So, taking a look at some of the features that people are looking for. Dan says wireless charging. This is coming from the Facebook comments. Android Nougat. That's what they want on the new iPhone.
Dual boot.
Yeah, a couple of people are talking about wireless charging.
I just want nougat in general. That sounds so good.
Like an Abbas
Now you're hungry.
Yeah, just a big old chocolate bar with a bunch of nougat.
You have tequila
in it.
munchies. That's what's happening right now. So
Yeah,
let's go.
I guess it did settle in pretty quick.
So yeah, taking a look at what everybody's looking for. Well, here's what we have right now. We're going to show a video. This is from a Tiger Mobile and On Leaks. So I want to give them credit. This is their video that they created. It's on YouTube. And what they did is, it's always the leaks, supposed leaks about iPhones that come out, usually out of Asia, of somebody's leaked what a new picture is, leaked an image. Well, somebody leaked some 3D CAD drawings online. What they did is they took those CAD drawings and actually made a demo of it based on the CAD drawings. So that's actual metal and glass that they put together to showcase,
pretty sleek,
based on those drawings, what it would look like. And so if this is it, I mean, it does have the dual lens camera on the back. It's also got the home screen button, the fingerprint reader that goes through the glass. It looks pretty slick, but it doesn't look that revolutionary to me as far as appearance-wise.
Well, how much further can we take the
appearance,
phone?
like the basic
I know. I mean,
premise
it's
of it,
a rectangle with a screen on it, and it does stuff. What do you want? You want the one in the shape of a stop sign or something?
Yeah.
Well, I think what everybody really wants is the ones that have a have a curved
bendable?
screen, a bendable. Yeah, you can
Wrap it around
slap
your wrist
bracelet.
or something
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
That's fair. I can understand the appeal of the malleable screen. I mean, the wallpaper OLED. Just look how people went crazy for that because it's a screen that's ridiculously thin and you can bend
can't break it. That would be
Yeah.
the thing that I would be
Right.
excited about because I end up cracking screens. I mean, that's happened multiple times for me because I'm clumsy. I would love one where I can drop it and it's not going to crack and it's waterproof. Like those are two huge features for me.
I feel like they need to. How technology is always trickling down from NASA. Somehow, like your clothes are better because of NASA. Well, I think whatever it is that they put in the International Space Station windows or the old shuttle windows, whatever that clear, virtually unbreakable material is, why isn't that on my phone? Like, we can have it now. It's not top secret anymore. They decommissioned the shuttle. Just like melt down all those windows and put them on phones.
Yeah,
simple.
There we go.
It's
There
not
we go.
that hard,
It's
guys.
not that
Jesus.
hard.
Scrap the space program, make phones out of
Not
it.
that tough.
There we go. That just solved that problem.
Johnny Ive would probably not be into it for some reason, though. Whatever. Anyway.
Just taking a look here, just at the comments. Yeah, wireless charging, 100% waterproof.
Which are all things
Well,
that
that
are on
one-
the table,
which-
right?
which
that
are-
one didn't look like it was wireless. It looked like it was plugged into that little dock or that
did.
weird,
Yeah.
flimsy.
Like
Lightning
hit it
connector.
and
Yeah.
broke it
Again,
off.
That's a rendering based off of a
course.
CAD drawing
Yeah.
online. So maybe
No
they'll
one knows
have
for sure.
more of that. But I think that's the closest we've seen yet of what the new iPhone 8 is going to look like. But it's still supposed to be coming out in September. So that's as of now, that's the latest. But I don't know if an official dates.
They're always
been
like-
announced
it's like
by Apple.
September
and they always
7th
change it
every
anyway.
year.
So
Right.
yeah.
When the kiddies are going back to school,
Right.
out comes the iPhone.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. But that's talking about the iPhone right there. We've got a few other things that we need to get to. We've already done this for 18 minutes apparently.
Holy what?
Yeah, or
We
somewhere
had a
along
late
those lines.
start, though. We had a
Right.
late start.
We did have a late start. That's true. So we've got some other things we want to get to. And again, if you're just tuning in, this is Trends with Benefits, our roundtable podcast talking about iPhone. So keep on putting your comments in there and let us know what you think about that. But we've got a few other things to talk about. So this is a roundtable. We're not doing this for every topic, are we? This is going to be terrible.
Probably not.
Just no.
Okay, just one more. We are drinking tequila because Rick and I both got back from Mexico from last week from different trips, and we're going to talk about that here in a minute. But I want to bring up something, and this comes. I found out about this through Drew Prindle here at Digital Trends. He alerted me to this story, and it's something that's going to be available to everyone, and I'm curious who would take up this offer. So there's a website, a group called CamSoda, which don't look that that up if you're at work.
I've seen these emails before.
Yeah, don't go to that website in particular. It's not safe for work. It's an adult website. And what it is, adult streaming website, I guess is what you would call it.
Stuff for adults.
Stuff
Don't
for
worry
adults.
about it.
Play cribbage there.
Yeah.
Some bridge.
Exactly.
Don't
right.
turn off your safety settings on your
You
internet.
learn the actual rules of rummy.
Right.
Yeah.
You play Pinochle? Is that
Yeah,
it? Yeah. So anyway,
Shuffleboard.
so CamSoda is starting up a new section called LifeStream. And what it is this. They are offering the opportunity for anybody, just ordinary people. They will send you 3 HD cameras, webcams. You set them up in your house. I don't know where. I suppose wherever you want to set them up. I don't know what the rules are on that. But 3 HD cameras that will stream 24 hours a day to their website. And in exchange for that, they will pay your internet bill every month, and you will get $200 a month in addition to that. So there it is, and that's the deal. So 24 hours, 3 cameras, showcasing your life, just you watching television or whatever the hell you do. They said they just want whatever you do in your life. That's what's going to be streaming, and anonymous people online can tune in and watch you. You get $200 and you get your internet paid for.
so
Would
many
you be willing to do it?
Is that all
That's
they're
what I
going
wanna
to do
know.
with
So-
it? They're just going to let people watch, or
Like
are
the
they going to
Truman
make
Show
it,
or something?
Are they going to make a show out of it, edit it down, and turn you into a TV show?
Because what if I'm just never home? What if it's like me literally just like, and he came in the door and his
Maybe they
position just on his
rescind
front
the
door.
offer at some point. I don't know. I don't know exactly what they would what they
Is
would
it
happen there. Yeah, it's like
ratings-based?
you're
Is
too
it-
boring. We don't
Number
want
of
to watch
clicks.
you. I mean, technically, even if they just put ads on it, they can probably cover that cost fairly easily, even if people are just clicking through just to watch random things. And I'm seeing some comments come through again.
Who
Would
clicks
you
on
be
those
willing?
ads, though?
Yeah,
Somebody
maybe they
does,
just
I guess, yeah.
air over the top of it, so
Yeah,
you just
right.
have to watch them. I would guess it's something like that because they got to make money somehow.
Click farms.
So again, would you be willing to live stream your life from your home in exchange for your internet bill and $200 a month?
Adrian,
being
you
paid
first.
for?
Hell no. Well, it makes me sad because it's like we're in this golden era of television and online content, and we have
Yeah.
to stream people's lives for entertainment.
I feel
and
like that's the next
money-making
step, though.
goals. Like, I have a job clearly.
Yeah, right. But that I
for a
can,
little
that I
while
can drink at.
longer.
Right, exactly.
I can pay my internet bill. Like,
Right.
it just seems very strange to me. But I like the gimmick. I like that somebody out there is considering it. Just not for me though.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine a lot of people would do it. I don't think I would do it either. I mean, the carrot they're dangling is the free internet and the $200,
Yes.
obviously.
Yeah.
and that will get people to sign up without probably thinking about it. Because I'm sure a lot of people could use free internet and $200
Right.
a month. Was it
$200 a month is
I
what
mean,
they're
that's like
offering. Yeah.
That unfortunately, that's gonna get some people that probably shouldn't be doing it to do it. But I don't know. I don't think I would do it either. No, I know I wouldn't.
Yeah. Not
Sort of predatory, I think, for them
What
to do
about-
that. For them to focus on. Caleb is.
I mean, they're just
I
offering
can't
it.
wait to hear his answer. 'Cause he's going to come in with some sort of devil's advocate thing
Well,
that's going to
no,
make us
I
feel
think-
bad for not doing it.
I think, first of all, I don't think they have to pay for this. Like, I think there are enough exhibitionists and narcissists out there that would jump on the chance. Remember when Periscope first came out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, people were all about it. Now that's kind of old hat. There's a bunch of different ways
Yeah.
to live stream yourselves or your
Right.
podcast.
And that's just in a few months.
Exactly.
Now that's old.
Yeah, that went really quickly. But people are clearly wanting to do this, and I think they could probably get away with not actually paying for it. But let's think about the cost going on here, because I think most people are paying somewhere between maybe $70 to $100 between their home internet and their phone and the internet access you get there.
Yep.
Let's say it's about $100 for 12 months. That's $1,200, and they stack $200 on top of that, so you're up to $3,600 for a year of you
In
just turning
compensation.
your life over. You're selling yourself, basically. Now, I mean, I know some street workers who sell a night for less than that. That's just one night. So
I'm
I mean,
liking
I don't
You
know
know
them.
The tequila spray keeps it real. That's,
I'm not
The tequila
intimately
fog.
familiar
Oh,
with
tequila
them.
fog, excuse
No,
me.
but I mean, really, if we were talking about sort of selling a piece of yourself
Yeah.
and your personality and your life for financial gain, that's really not a lot of money.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
It's really easy for people, I think, to think of it really quickly and be like, I could use $200 extra a month in my free internet, and people will just say yes instantly without thinking.
But
through
what
it
does
like
it
that.
cost you? Like, what
Cost
happens
you.
when you put yourself out there and, you're out there for everybody to see, including your mom and your grandma and whoever else, I'm assuming they're hoping to get some, kind of salacious stuff.
They
going
said
on,
you can do whatever you want, but I mean, it is an adult streaming website, so somebody that's going to do it is
That's
probably
probably
going
the
to be an
hope.
exhibitionist.
Yeah.
of some kind.
Not even
I
somebody. There's going to be probably a lot of that stuff
Yeah.
in there.
And
you
it sounds
know?
like they give you 3 webcams.
Yeah, 3 webcams according to their
It's all
post.
about
3
that multi-camera
webcams.
shot. You know,
Yep.
you got to get the angles in there and stuff. You know?
You
Yeah,
want the tight and you want the wide. And
Yeah.
It's all about the
With
cinematography.
the
mean-
pan and
yeah, exactly.
well, yeah, that's true. I mean, I've got a couple of thoughts on it.
The tight
Dan
and the
just
wide.
said,
And the
pan.
And the pan shot. We got to figure it out, guys.
Dan just said, so people know when I'm not home and steal things. That's true. It'll be showcasing when you're not home. That is true. If it's 24 hours
You already
a day.
do that when you talk about how
It's a
you're going to
nanny cam.
Cabo for a week,
That's true.
and
Yeah.
taking
Yeah,
off
you're
for a
right.
week in Mexico. Everybody
why I have an
knows
alarm
Greg
system.
Nibbler's not home,
Right.
including the van guy from next door or whatever.
Oh God, the van guys. Yeah, no, they're the van couple, but they're gone.
Oh, well, that's
thankfully,
good.
Oh, the
finally.
van people are
Oh
nice.
yeah, 2 vans, one across the street from each other. Yeah, it was amazing.
Still a better love story than Twilight.
Oh, they were in love, all right. Let's see. Another Dan here on Facebook says it costs you your dignity. Yeah, but I mean, if you're willing to do that, I doubt dignity is too big of your concern, to be honest. I mean,
It's not a priority for you.
not a priority. I mean, I think the other thing is I'm going to guess that they're going to have a ton of people that will take this up because you think of how many people want to become now, especially like YouTube stars or some kind of online star. You're going to get paid to showcase your life. I mean, everybody's an exhibitionist now. So I think they're going to latch onto this, and it'll be 24 hours a day. They'll know somebody's watching them, in their house, do whatever, and think they'll become a star out of it. Because somebody will become a life star.
Start my own cooking show.
Yeah.
And like
That's
set up
what
my
I
own
was thinking.
intros
Is
and
I was
stuff.
like,
Yeah.
people are going to get a lot of recipes off me.
I'm not trying to share that shit. These are my recipes.
Maybe if some people do really well with that, get a lot of viewers, a lot of repeat, visitors.
Then they get a
they'll
sponsorship,
Get a little bit
yeah.
of a bonus, a little sponsorship.
And then
Right.
package it in a way.
Well,
Yeah,
they're
fun
saying
stuff
it's
on
$200 flat, so I don't think you get to keep any of the. Well, I guess
Well,
that's
that's-
true. You could do a
That's
sponsorship
the
on your
get
own.
you in the door, price,
Yeah.
and then
I mean,
after
then
that,
we're
they'll figure
now we're
something
getting into
out.
like Truman Show territory,
Yeah.
where it's boy, I sure do love these new Mrs. Smith's cookies that I'm eating right now. Yeah, yeah.
I sure
staring
do
right
love
into
this.
the
Never
Hornitos
mind. Now we
tequila.
start talking
Yeah.
about sponsorship. I might yes, this delicious Hornitos tequila that and my LG
My
phone.
address
Tim Cook.
is. You can see here it's empty.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people will sign up for it, but it'll be interesting where it goes. Like right now, you can just send an email. There's an article at digitaltrends.com about this. You can send in an email. I think the only requirements are you got to be 18 and over. That's it. Other than that, you just send in an email to apply, and then they'll pick people by that. So
Oh, they're actually the screening process.
yeah, they're in the screening process right now, so it's just getting started. So you
So
email.
is there a cap of the number of people that they're going to allow?
They
through
don't
the door?
say.
No.
They don't say what it is. I mean, imagine at that price, they're probably going to take a lot of people.
Yeah.
I would
Yes.
think at first, and then they'll whittle it down to who's going to be the good ones for them. Who
It's like
most
the
people are
ultimate
What
watching.
if this
America's
is
Got
like
Talent.
what if this is like the future? These are the people that are going to Mars.
I think this is the people
The
that
best
are
and the brightest.
You
I
know?
don't
This is
know.
just the good-looking people who get naked a lot. I think that's who this is.
I don't know if good looking is necessary in that, but
Well, if it's an application process.
Yeah.
you
yeah,
know.
I think that's where we're looking at. Yeah, definitely.
I
definitely
really
people
want
who
to see
like
the
get nude.
year follow-up report on this.
Yeah,
That will be done by us in this room
right.
1 year from now.
With our 3 cameras. we're
Send us
monetizing
your
it.
From
life
3
stream
cameras
link
and
We have 3 cameras.
Hornitos.
We already
That's
have
true. Yeah. Hey, we should be getting
Then you
$200
can
here.
send them to us. There's a free internet.
All right, well, we need to get through to some other topics here, too. So we've got a few other things just to discuss. And one, I wanted to talk about, Rick, we are drinking some tequila on today's show because I was in Mexico last week for vacation. Rick was actually there for work. Work.
Oh.
And I just wanted to
Hard
ask,
work.
though, like, what were you doing down there for Digital Trends?
I was there with Columbia Sportswear. We were testing out a lot of their new like performance athletic wear.
Nice.
Just performance kind of adventure wear, I guess. They have, it's called the Omni Shield Sun Deflector Series. And it's supposed to shield your skin from sun and help you kind of stay cool when you sweat a little bit.
Oh, that's
which is
cool.
good. I'm a pretty white person myself, so I didn't come back looking like a lobster, thankfully.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
So
I
is
had
it like
their
a
stuff
dry
on.
fit?
No, it's
kind of
actually all
stuff, or-
like kind of looser fit clothing. Some of
Okay.
it is like athletic gear, so it's like an athletic T-shirt. They have,
Okay.
like arm sleeves that you can cover up. Like I had just gotten this tattoo done, so I like wasn't supposed to get any sun on it, and wore this sleeve like the entire time, and it avoided getting any sun on it. Kept me cool. It was like 95 degrees and humid there, and like we
Yeah.
were just like sweating the entire time we were down there. We went like mountain biking, swimming in cenotes. We went swimming with whale sharks, like I was saying.
Yeah, you
like-
went swimming with whale sharks.
Swimming with whale sharks, yeah.
Is there going to be video of this or
There is. Someone took GoPro footage of it, and I have some photos of it too. I didn't get any on my phone because it's not waterproof. Apple work on that.
Yeah.
And but some people had
iPhone
GoPro.
8, come on.
Yeah, some people had GoPro shots of us down there, and yeah, we just like took a boat, basically 45 minutes out into the middle of the ocean off of like the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico.
Wow.
Found a pod of whale sharks and swam with them and some manta rays, and
Damn. That's
It's
pretty
amazing
cool.
out
That's
there.
epic.
it's incredible. Yeah.
Because you
so-
were in Playa del Carmen,
Playa del
correct?
Carmen. So we took off from Cancun for that whale shark trip, and then we were in Playa for a little bit, like driving buggies, searching for cenotes, and we were mountain biking in Tulum, and we were on the beach in Tulum, and that whole area down there. So yeah, it was a solid trip, and yeah, it hardly felt like work, even though it was a work trip. So, but yeah, I'm putting together a longer feature on the gear. I interviewed the lead innovator who works on the team at Columbia, who helped design it, and has been working on there for about 5 years now, and so.
Very cool.
Yeah, it was great stuff. I mean, it's. I think a lot of people think of Columbia as more of like an economy brand and stuff that you can just kind of buy off the shelf for cheaper, but their performance stuff is like top shelf
Yeah.
and like ahead of the pack in the industry. So it was good stuff.
That's awesome. And
Yeah.
it'll all be at digitaltrends.com
Yeah.
once that comes out, the entire article. Swimming with whale sharks, that sounds intimidating to me. But
They were cool. They're just big fish. They're
Yeah.
not even sharks, and they were just eating algae, and they didn't even care
Yeah.
about us at all when we were swimming with them. So
They're
Damn.
all hanging out eating algae. and
eating
stuff.
algae,
Eating algae, bro. What's the big deal?
chilling out. Yeah.
That's what a whale shark sounds like.
Do you have any samples?
Let's see.
Do
Look
you have
at
any algae?
Yeah, right. Have you guys drank your tequila yet?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I've got a little
That was
swing
me.
left.
All right, I'll drink one more. Yeah.
There you go.
I shouldn't do that when I'm introducing topics. The next, just a couple of things left that we wanted to talk about, and I know we need to get through these kind of quick. I wanted to bring this up because I am somebody, like going where you went, because you went into the jungle in Mexico, that
Yep.
side of it. I was on a beach. I would love to go into the jungle, but I am bit by every single bug that ever exists. Will find me and bite me.
Oh my gosh,
That's
me
just
too. Yeah.
who I am.
Same.
I like going camping with people like you because
Yeah.
I end up getting away scot-free. They're too
I
busy
am-
munching on you.
I am the best person. Like I think the most I ever had on one trip, I counted like 120, and then I just
Oh my
stopped counting.
gosh.
Yeah, I mean I was just covered
You
in
had chicken
them.
pox almost. it probably looked
Basically,
like.
yeah. It was disgusting.
That can be dangerous, actually.
Yeah, I know it was.
If only there was something that would prevent that from happening.
Why, Caleb? What a wonderful segue that you're bringing up, because there's a company out of Seattle.
How
called
did you know?
Intellectual Ventures Lab that is in.
Tequila slows things down for us a little bit.
All right, we'll get through the topics
Yeah.
here. So yeah, Intellectual
the
Ventures
fog.
Lab. It's called. They're calling it the photonic fence, and what it is, it's a device that you can set it up in, say, a backyard, and it can detect what kind of bug is up to 100 meters away, and it'll shoot a laser at it and shoot it out of the sky.
So great.
Yeah,
so
well, this is on the,
amazing.
this is we wrote about this the other day.
Yeah,
this stuff is wild.
It's really a cool project. Like they can even tell the difference between what kind of insect it is, whether it's a butterfly or a mosquito. If they identify it as a mosquito, they said they can identify down to whether it's a male or female mosquito, and they can shoot up to 20 insects per second with a laser.
The
So
best
it's-
part about this, real quick before you jump in, is that
Yeah.
they say that they can identify bugs that are on a kill list.
Yeah.
Which is so great. It just sounds like this thing's like an assassin. It's just like I have a kill list of bugs and I will deplete them.
yeah,
It's a sexist assassin, too, because, you know...
Only male.
Well,
No, only female.
Only female.
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 Yeah,
Yep.
just kill
Yep.
the ones that are reproducing and let them just sort of naturally die off.
yeah. That's pretty much what we're talking about.
I
So-
love this, by the way. You know how I hate everything? I love this. This sounds amazing.
Doesn't it?
I want this in my backyard. I'd invite people over just
to
like,
watch?
it happen.
Absolutely.
That's what I want to know is can you see the laser emitting
yeah, you
from the
don't get
machine?
you don't see all lasers
No.
normally, you know.
I don't know if you get to
this
see the
happen? Is it a
lasers,
light
but
show?
yeah, right.
It starts zapping your friends. You're like, I'm sorry, guys, you're on the kill list.
you can program it, yeah.
Right.
But it's pretty amazing what they're
What if
coming
the
up with. So.
mosquito is already on you and then the machine detects it and
That'd be
shoots
awesome.
you.
Is it 100% accurate? That's because it wouldn't just zap it right off of your arm?
They're not going to say. They said it'll kill within 25 milliseconds. If they shoot the laser, it'll
pretty
be
quick.
dead in 25 milliseconds.
I don't think that would affect you very much.
Probably not.
Nah. I think you'd be okay. I will take one. I'll take that over a bite anyway. I'll take a little laser
There might be
burn.
a little bit of carnage left over. So.
Fine with me. I'll take that. I'll take that over the bites. Anyway,
absolutely.
that's
You
pretty
just hear them
cool.
screaming.
Right.
So that's
Music to my ears.
digitaltrends.com.
It's going to be in a Pixar movie at some point, like bugs, and then they have to go out in the backyard and evade the,
Dismantle
Laser
it.
field.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know it. You know it. The story writes itself. Yep.
So that is digitaltrends.com. You can take a look at that. Brian just said, "Hey man, get back on topic." I think he was referencing Caleb. So
Yeah.
here we go.
We're never going to get back on topic.
We'll just go to this. We'll go to this final story. So this has to do with I think everybody last year wanted the NES Classic when it was announced, and then everybody was upset when it didn't come out. And by now, we've probably heard the SNES Classic is going to be available for this fall. And I wanted to ask, will you guys buy this? Like, I was more of an NES person. I didn't play that much of the SNES, but it is going to be available in their own version of the Classic. I think up to 40 games, I believe, is what's going to be involved in it, including, though, this is something that's interesting this time around, is that they're going to have a game that was never actually released, which is Star Fox 2.
Yeah.
And I remember playing Star Fox 1. So Star Fox 2 was never actually released because by the time it was ready to go, the Sony PlayStation was out, and it was already kind
Star
of
Fox
old
64.
news.
They
Star Fox
scrapped it for 64, yeah.
That's right. So Star Fox 2 will be what they're going to be putting out with this thing of it. So would you be willing to buy the SNES or no?
Did you get an NES Classic?
No, I didn't. My parents are really strict when I was young, so I don't have that like
nostalgia,
affinity and
right.
nostalgia
Yeah.
for it. Like I had a Game Boy. That was about it. So I understand the appeal, but
And they're going to be so hard to get, too.
I just don't care that much,
Well,
and I
there's-
don't want to. How much time do you want to spend on playing really vintage games unless you have like a particular affinity for one
One
two?
game. Yeah, that you don't already
So we just need to get one for the office.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Wow.
a great casual item. Like if you had a family or something, absolutely. But on a
I'm still
personal
really
level,
upset that I
nah.
never got in on the NES Classic.
Yeah.
What kind of shenanigans is Nintendo up to right now? They yanked the rug out of that last one when they could have sold tons
They
of
could have
them.
sold. They could have made so much money on those.
Reintroduce that for a limited time or something, But why just jump to the SNES? And are they going to pull the same BS that
Yes,
they did with the?
they are.
Totally.
Yeah,
That's a
they've
known
already
deal?
said that it's only going. They said they're going to make more of them than they made of the NES Classic, but it is just going to be a limited time for the sale. So the current release date they're saying is September 29th. So far, pre-sales haven't gone on order. There's a great article at Digital Trends to tell you where to go for the pre-sales, but they haven't started pre-selling them yet. But I think it's going to be $79 is what they're.
Yeah, it's more expensive than the Classic. I
Yeah.
think the Classic was 60. I wonder what's the barrier? Like, why did
Yeah.
they stop? Was it not actually making them money? Like, there's obviously the
It
popularity.
had to make money.
Had
I
to make
would
money,
think.
right? It couldn't be that hard to make, and you just load
No.
a hard drive with these games.
Yeah.
We have a video. I think Brad made one. He 3D printed a case and loaded a Raspberry Pi 2 with it, and would cost you less than $60 even. But I think people like the fact that you can buy the Nintendo branded one, so they have to be making
It's a little bit of nostalgia. Nostalgia
Yeah.
sells. Just keep on selling it. Quit doing this fake limited edition crap. Like it's like those coins that they advertise in between, Matlock episodes. You know
Right.
what I'm talking about? It's like
yeah.
limited edition.
George Washington coin.
1942 George Washington coin in real 24 karat gold in this
$60.
little
Yeah.
leatherette satchel thingy that you prop up on your. It's like that, but for video games, and they're just being stupid. I
Look
wish
at
they
the
would.
appreciation over years and years.
Buy this
Yeah.
1 penny for $75.
It's what you
Right.
get as a present from your grandma, and it's like, oh, that's really sweet, and then you put it in a box and forget you had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not once have I ever opened a box and gone, oh my God, there's that coin, and it's now worth like $5,000.
Which is like, just real quick, going back to iPhone real quick, someone had that like unopened iPhone 1 in the glass case that they're selling on eBay for like $20K.
So
Really?
stupid.
Yeah.
Who the hell is going to buy
Mint
that?
condition. Somebody probably is. I
Somebody
didn't
probably
click on the
will.
link. I
Yeah.
bet there's bids on it.
Kanye.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Oh my gosh, he will too.
Well, and yeah, wrapping back to the iPhone.
Sorry, I haven't thought about him in a long time, and now
but
we
like
did.
that's definitely gonna happen.
Kanye's up. All right. Well, so wrapping back to the very beginning, talking about the iPhone. So that was what we were discussing at the beginning. Again, 10 years of the iPhone, and there's a great article at digitaltrends.com kind of showcasing through the years of the iPhone. There's a video of the original iPhone release, which is really funny.
Do
and
we have that?
We do have that. Dan was
yes.
talking about it in the audience, people using actual cameras to take picture of the
Oh my
iPhone
gosh, how far we've come.
as
Still
it's in
said
there.
Smart water.
Yeah.
Was this last week?
Yeah.
Look at Steve Jobs.
Yeah. So anyway, there it is right there. You can check out that all at digitaltrends.com. And again, thank you everybody for tuning in. So this is Trends with Benefits. We go live every Thursday at 2:30 p.m. Pacific, and then we go up as an audio podcast too. You can check that out at digitaltrends.com/podcast or on iTunes or wherever. What's that?
Get it. Last
Oh,
one.
God.
And we're also drinking a little bit of
Tequila to
tequila.
close
So
the show.
tequila to close the show. So there we go. Thanks so
Cheers.
much everybody for
Time.
tuning in. Be sure to catch us next week, and we will talk to you then with another episode.
Hornitos.
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 It's gonna be spun.